Hey, what's up, friends? Grant Baldwin here with our 499th episode, which is insane. We're literally one episode away from the massive 500th episode milestone. And honestly, we would not have been able to do that without all of you. And of course, the people who make our industry amazing. So, like the last few episodes, we're going to hear from a wide range of people, but this time they're all going to be answering the same question. We asked some of our favorite speakers and thought leaders in the speaking industry for their number one piece of advice to speakers who want to level up and grow their speaking business. Every one of the people that you're about to hear from has years, if not decades, of speaking experience. So it's really worth listening to what they have to say. We're going to kick it off with a dude that you may know. He's been on the show before, and he is absolutely crushing it as a speaker. He's also an author, a business owner, and a family man. Without further ado, here's my friend and speaker, Jon Acuff.
Hey, congrats on 500 episodes. That's amazing. I love that you guys are helping so many speakers just like me out there. So what would I share for speakers? Well, I'll tell you what I tell clients all the time. I say, you know what? I've got 3 goals for your event, 3 things I want to make sure that I achieve. Number 1, I want the audience to know we had this call. So I talk to the client about a month before I'll actually speak at the event, and I ask them a bunch of questions to try to figure out, how do I really super serve the people that are sitting in the audience? I love, for instance, to do a particular joke for that room only. Like, I did a joke for 3,000 optometrists that killed in that room because it was about eyes. If I did that joke at any other room, it would bomb. So I use that call to get really specific. How can I make sure that I understand what people are going through? I understand how to serve them. I understand the challenges, the opportunities. So the first thing is, I want the audience to know I understand what they're going through. I want them to know we put in some work. A crowd will turn on you in 30 seconds if they can tell you have one speech that everyone gets, like a stock photo of just like, whether you're mom bloggers or plumbers or engineers, here's my talk. So that's the first goal I have. The second goal I tell clients I have is that I want your phone blowing up during my talk. I know I've done my job if they're getting text messages during my talk, because what it means is the people they report to are saying, hey, way to go, Carol. Way to go, Cheryl. Like, way to go, Tim. This is a great speaker to pick. I want to make them look like rock stars. Speaking changed for me when I realized it's not a performance, it's a service. I'm there to serve the people that hired me. I'm there to make the CEO look great, to make the executives look great, to make the audience feel special. It's not there for me to look like a rock star. I want the people who booked me to look like rock stars. The third goal I have is I want even the sound guy leaning in. I think about that all the time. The sound guy at the JW Marriott has heard every single speech. He's seen every single slide. If I've got that guy laughing, I've killed the rest of the room. If that guy is engaged, everyone else has had a really good time. So when I go into an event, those are the 3 things I'm really thinking about. How do I create content and share content that's custom to the crowd I'm with? So how do I find a joke, a story, an application, a technique, a tool, whatever that is specific to the people that are sitting there? The second thing I think about is, how do I really serve the client? How do I make the event planner look like a rock star? How do I make the team that booked me look like a rock star? Because I really want to serve their needs. And number 3, how do I make sure that it's so engaging, it's so fun, it's so helpful, it's so connected to where everyone in that room really is, that even the sound guy is leaning in. I've done my job if I get off stage and the sound guy says, wow, I bought your book during your talk. Like, that was really fun. That's what I think about. So I think if you do those 3 goals, you'll make sure you have a wonderful speech and a wonderful experience with all the clients that you're fortunate enough to serve. Thanks for listening to my idea. Congrats again on 500 episodes. That's amazing.
Hi, everyone. It's Shep Hyken here, member of the National Speakers Association. And by the way, congratulations to the Speaker Lab on their 500th episode. So the tip that we've been asked to share is, how do we up-level our speaking business? And here it is. Are you ready for this? Find ways other than speaking to make money. Now, that doesn't mean you start driving an Uber or Lyft. No, or get a side hustle over at the local Ace Hardware. No, you find ways inside your company to leverage your expertise for, as we all call it, ancillary or multiple streams of income. So I've created a list of 10 ways that I make money outside of the traditional speech without having to leave the office or really leave home. So number one is books. We've written books. We sell books. We sell them in the back of the room. I don't necessarily do that, but I do sell them as part of my presentation package, or we just sell them to clients who want to buy books. Number two, I write articles for clients' newsletters. That's right. I'm actually paid to write articles for their newsletters, especially industry associations. Sometimes I use that as a negotiation tool to help close the client on using me as their speaker. We include an article or two. Number three, on-demand video-based training. We have been told to take our content and turn it into video courses. I did that back in about 2013 or 14. And for the last 10 plus years, we've been selling on-demand video content. Number four, having other trainers deliver your content. When I converted my content to video-based training, it was a course. I'm not a great trainer, but others are. So I will actually pay them to go out and deliver my content to my clients. They're my approved trainers and I love them. It's a great way to make a great stream of income come in outside of speaking. Number five, be a podcast host for your clients' podcast. I do my own podcast. I've been doing it for about 10 years or so. And I decided one day, why don't I ask my clients if they would like me to be the host of their podcast? And I have a number of clients that have taken me up on that offer. Number six, spokesperson work. This is more than just a virtual event where I'm represented as the expert. This is the client that wants to use me over and over again, representing their brand as an expert in the industry. And it can be on virtual programs, webinars, maybe shoot some videos that are custom and branded to them. Number seven, special video projects. We have clients that ask us to do a series of videos custom to them instead of the generic on-demand programs that we have. That's been a great moneymaker for us over the years. Number eight, sponsorship of my newsletter, blog, and YouTube channel and other assets where we can put our client's name on it, a banner ad. Clients will actually pay for this if you're recognized as an expert in your industry. Number nine, influencer activities. That's right. I X, formerly known as Twitter, or post content and respond to our clients' content for an extended period of time. We have contracts where we promise we'll do 3 posts a week. We'll respond to 5 posts from them, that type of thing. And finally, number 10, research projects. Thank you, Jason Dorsey, for introducing me to the world of research. I do my annual research project and it is sponsored by a client. So those are 10 ways that I make money outside of actually presenting my own material. So hope you enjoy that. Hope you can use some of these ideas. And I hope you all up-level your speaking business in the short and very far term.
Hey everyone, my name is Eric Ream. I'm a professional speaker and author, but I'm also a facilitator here at the Speaker Lab. I've been doing this now for 10 years. I'm a full-time professional speaker. I'm out there doing it every single day, just like you. It's been a fantastic experience. I'm going on my 10th year. You know what the study suggests? 70% of speakers don't make it to year 10. I'm on year 10. I beat the odds. I'm not a statistics. And why? One thing I attribute my success to, one thing I look for when I'm talking to other speakers is, are you prospecting on a consistent basis? Listen, if you're not prospecting on a consistent basis, you're not building your business. I always tell people, unless you're prospecting, you're preparing to build your business. You have to be out there prospecting, reaching out to event planners, decision makers, other people that can connect you with people that could hire you on a consistent basis. And what I mean by consistency, at least an hour a day, 5 out of 7 of the days a week. That's when I know you're well on your way. Listen, I don't get fired up if someone says, hey, I worked on prospecting for 3 hours today. Great. Are you going to do that tomorrow and the day after that? Because if you're not doing it consistently, then I'm not interested. It's important that you're consistent. If you can do an hour a day, then I know you're going to crush it. That's one thing that I've done consistently that's made all the difference. Now, here's some things I recommend. Number one, I would choose the same time every day. I do it first thing in the morning after I get up and I start my day. It's the first thing I do to get it off my plate, okay? Now, when I'm on the road, it's not always the same time of day. It's whenever I can do it. I'm on the plane, I'm in the hotel or whatever, but I do it on a consistent basis 5 days a week. Whether I'm on vacation, whether I'm at a gig, 5 days a week to not lose that momentum. It's hard to build momentum. And once you get it, you don't want to lose momentum. I'm only talking an hour a day. The other thing I do is I don't do an hour all at once. Instead, what I'll do is I'll start a timer for 25 minutes. I'll do my prospecting. I'll take a break for 5 minutes and I do another 25 minutes. I just do that an hour a day. It goes by really quick, just like that. The other thing I recommend you do is commit to doing it. Listen, it's not going to be perfect every time. You're going to stumble through it. It may be awkward in the beginning until you really get this thing down. But if you don't commit and do it every single day, 5 days out of 7 days a week, listen, you're not building a speaking business. All the speakers that crush it are the ones that prospect every single day on a consistent basis. I'm only asking for an hour a day. Listen, I'm crushing at my business right now, not because I'm special, but because I commit to doing this 1 hour a day. I don't do an hour and a half. I don't do 2 hours. I do 1 hour a day. The other thing is I would commit to coaching. So when you're out prospecting and you run into some roadblocks and some obstacles, then you can bring that back and talk to a coach, a facilitator, a mentor, someone you respect, and they can give you some guidance. The good thing about it, though, is if you got activity and you're doing something, then it's easy to coach that. It's easy to mentor with someone who's doing that. Like Grant always says, it's hard to steer a parked car. If you apply this one concept, I'm telling you, it's one of the biggest roadblocks that keep speakers from being successful is they're not consistently prospecting. So no matter what phase you are in your business, whether you're just getting started, you're in the middle of it, or you're crushing it, you can't lose that habit of prospecting every single day consistently, at least 1 hour a day. We call it the power hour. Hope that helps. I hope you do it. I want to see you out in the speaking trail. Again, my name is Eric Ream. I'm a professional speaker and author. More importantly, I'm a professional speaker. So are you. Get this done, and I will see each and every one of you out there very soon. Thank you.
Hi, congratulations, The Speaker Lab, on your incredible milestone of 500 podcast episodes. It's truly an honor to be part of this celebration. My name is Jamie Nolan, and I am the president and CEO of the National Speakers Association. Today, I'm excited to share my number one piece of advice for speakers looking to elevate their speaking business. When we think about growth and advancement in any profession, the power of community and professional development cannot be understated. For speakers aiming to level up, my number one recommendation is to join NSA. Oftentimes, being a professional speaker and entrepreneur can be a lonely business. NSA offers an unparalleled platform to connect with a thriving community of professional speakers like you, who are or have faced similar challenges. Within our community, you can engage in meaningful conversations, learn from the experiences of your peers, and even find mentorship opportunities. But the benefits of joining NSA extend far beyond networking. First, NSA provides members a wealth of digital content specifically tailored to help you build a better business and become a more effective speaker with our online learning portal, the NSA Digital Vault. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to refine your skills, the 300 plus resources available, such as wisdom from our Hall of Fame speakers, learning about different business models from our $1 Million Speaker Group, or even gain access to numerous contract templates to help you protect your business, the Digital Vault was created for professional speakers by professional speakers. Moreover, the NSA offers the opportunity to earn the Certified Speaking Professional Credential, or CSP. This credential is recognized globally and signifies a high standard of professionalism and competence in the speaking industry. Achieving CSP status not only enhances your credibility, but also opens up more advanced professional opportunities. And for those who aspire to achieve the highest honors in our field, the NSA hosts the industry's only official Hall of Fame, marked by the CPAE designation. This honor celebrates speakers who have reached the pinnacle of professional excellence. So if you're serious about growing your speaking business and you want to leverage every opportunity to succeed, consider joining the NSA. It's an investment in your future, offering immediate resources and long-term benefits that can truly transform your professional path. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, congratulations to the Speaker Lab on this fantastic milestone. And thank you to the Speaker Lab for being a long-time supporter and partner to NSA. Here's to many more episodes and continued success in inspiring speakers like us all across the world.
Greetings, Speaker Lab friends. My name is Phil Januszewski. I'm one half of the dynamic speaking duo known to the world as M&P Presentations LLC. We've been proud keynote speakers since the year 2013, spreading positivity and building up self-confidence in youth since then. Okay, it's the 500th episode. We're laying down the big ones. What are some of our biggest pro tips that's allowed us to flourish, be successful, and also just be repeat giggers, if you will, where people invite us back? I've got 2 tips for you. Number 1 is consistent communication. Friends, we cannot stress this enough. Matt and I love to over communicate. If someone sends us an email with a question and we don't have the answer to it right away, first of all, you're darn sure we're going to respond within 24 hours to let them know that we've received their email. Now, if we don't have an answer, we still email back saying we've received your question. We don't have that answer, but we'll get it back to you by so-and-so date. That allows our communication and clear standards of, hey, what are we doing to make sure that we're answering that question? So consistent communication on everything. Hey, we're headed to your event. Hey, the event's coming up in 3 days. Just so you know, we've got it on our radar. We got a game plan. We'll let you know when we arrive. By communicating, you're easing any stress or anxiety that an event planner, that the host who's having you come in might have about the day. They at least know, all right, the speakers are good. We've got them covered. We know everything that's going on. So consistent communication is so important. Doesn't matter if you enjoy it or not. It's important to do because people are more likely to work with you again because you're so easy to work with. All right. And my second pro tip for you guys is this: always under promise and over deliver on everything. Now, obviously, as speakers, we always want to over deliver and really make sure we impress our clients with our keynotes, workshops, emceeing duties, whatever we are hired to do. That's a no-brainer, and I'm sure we're all striving for that. But Matt and I love to under-promise, over-deliver on the little things as well. That could be something as simple as, hey, guys, we need a service invoice from you. No problem. We'll get that to you by the end of next week. Full and wholeheartedly knowing that we plan on getting that service invoice to them within the next 24 to 48 hours. It's under promise, over deliver. It's something as simple as, hey, could you guys get us a contract or that W-9? We're getting it to them quickly, but we always buy ourselves a little bit of extra time. Before we go to an audience that's new that we don't know, Matt and I always love to create a 60-second custom hype video, basically just introducing ourselves to everybody and also allowing the audience to connect with us just a little bit before we come in. We always say, hey, you know what? In the next few weeks, we're going to send out that hype video so you can share it with your audience. Again, under promise, over deliver. We wholeheartedly know that we plan on cutting that hype video in the next few days, and we'll send it to them early. But not only does it buy us extra time in case anything random happens where we need the time, but also we under promise, over deliver by getting it to them sooner than we originally said to. This is a great way to do business because, once again, it's easy to work with you, and also the client really starts to trust you because they know how you're thinking, because you've been clearly communicating and over delivering. What's not to love when doing business with someone like that? Congrats, Speaker Lab Podcast. 500 episodes is no joke, and you've created so much value for so many people. Thank you for everything I've learned from you guys, and it's been an honor to share a couple of my pro tips. This is Phil J. signing off from M&P Presentations, LLC. Keep speaking, people, and keep making a great impact. Love you. Take care.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matthew Makovich, one half of the dynamic speaking duo known to the world as M&P Presentations. For the past 10 years, I've had the honor of going across this wonderful country, spreading positivity and cultivating confidence with audiences of all ages. And when I sit back and I reflect on what has made my speaking journey so meaningful, there are a number of tips and bits of advice that always pop into my head. First and foremost is the power of authenticity. I quickly realized you should never build a presentation based off of trying to get an automatic reaction from an audience. Or if you think to yourself, what could I speak on that would tug on the heartstrings of audiences of all ages? What I found were the most powerful presentations and the most authentic were the messages that tug on my very own heartstrings, meaning I speak on topics that are true and genuine to me. And I quickly realized that when the audience knows that I'm speaking the truth about myself, about my own beliefs, my mission, my values, that they feed off of that energy. They love that authenticity and genuine outlook, and that's what they're feeding off of. So always stay true to yourself. Always stay true to the mission and message that you truly believe in, because an audience will pick up on it no matter what. Second bit of advice is that the presentation doesn't just start when they introduce you on stage. From the moment you enter a venue or an event, eyes will always be on you since you are one of the speakers. So it all boils down to the way you carry yourself. What type of energy are you having when you walk into an event? What type of energy are you carrying for yourself before you're even on stage? And last but certainly not least, how are you dressing? I quickly heard a line that said, as soon as you start dressing like a member of the audience, the quicker you will simply become a member of the audience. So you are being there as there is a paid professional. So make sure that you don't just act the part, but you dress the part, because that is what those wonderful organizations ask for. On top of that, next up is that consistency and energy is absolutely everything. By that I mean, whether you're presenting to a crowd of 10 people or 500 people, make sure you deliver that true, sincere, genuine message and energy consistently across the board. Always present to the very last row of that arena or the very front row of that very small and intimate crowd. Always bring the energy, always be consistent to you. So as you continue on your speaking journey, I wish you nothing but health, happiness, authenticity, positivity, and positive energy. And on behalf of myself, Phil Januszewski as well of M&P Presentations, we hope you have an amazing day.
Hey, this is Chris Ducker from chrisducker.com and the founder of youpreneur.com. So my number one tip, strategy, idea, whatever you want to call it, in regards to leveling up and growing your speaking business is to accept the fact, although it might be tough sometimes, but to accept the fact that a lot of the time you can make a lot more money off of the stage than you can on the stage. I mean, don't get me wrong. The business of speaking is important for us, for our personal brands, to be able to spread our message. And yes, if we're jumping on stages around the world, particularly big stages, we should command a speaking fee for that. But don't forget that that speaking fee is just the beginning of the transactional relationship that you have with everybody that's inside that audience. Fact of the matter is, if you've got books to sell, if you've got courses to sell, if you've got coaching programs to sell, or consulting packages to sell, if you've got masterminds to sell, other events to sell, then there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that you will end up making a lot more money off of the stage than you will do on it. The fact is that people want to pay, and they're happy to pay for further access to folks that are already 2 or 3 hops or skips ahead of the journey than they are currently. If you think about it logically speaking, why wouldn't you invest in springboarding your own growth into the future so much further and so much faster by working with somebody and investing in working with somebody who has already been there and done it before, particularly after you've seen that person strutting their stuff on stage? So that's my big tip, my big takeaway here, is to not fall in love entirely with the idea of making all your money from the stage. Fact is, you can make a heck of a lot more off it.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. I hope this episode was helpful as you work to build your speaking business. Next week, we're going to be back with our 500th episode, and it is a doozy. You've heard me host this show, but next week, my buddy Shane Sams will be taking over the podcast to interview me. It's just, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a good time, though. You don't want to miss it. We're going to see you then. Hope you have a great week. Hi, friend. Are you ready to get serious about taking your speaking business to the next level? Maybe you are someone who is looking for ways to book more paid gigs, or maybe you're trying to figure out all the different things that go into building a successful speaking business. Or perhaps you are an experienced speaker who wants to scale your speaking business to multiple 6 figures. If that's you, I'd encourage you to visit thespeakerlab.com/call. Again, thespeakerlab.com/call and book a free, no obligation call with our team. And if you're not quite ready to take that leap, I don't want you to hesitate in checking out all the free resources that we have available to you on our website, including this podcast. So head over to thespeakerlab.com. Again, thespeakerlab.com. Find hundreds of blog posts, how-to guides, podcast episodes, email scripts, proposal templates, and so much more. finally, I got a big favor. I would love for you to leave us a rating or review for this podcast. We read every single one, and it also helps other speakers find valuable free resources that they can use to build their own speaking careers. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.